Hi there, I'm Smruti Ranjan. Welcome to my channel where I'm going to take you through all that you need to become a photographer. We are in the basics of photography now. Aperture, shutter speed and ISO are the three elements of the exposure triangle. We have already discussed on aperture and shutter speed in my previous videos. I have shared the link to those videos in the description. I will recommend those who have not seen those videos, please do visit and watch those videos before you come back here. Aperture and shutter speed are the natural elements that uses the available light to expose your image. ISO comes into picture where there is no much light available and you need to amplify them. So in other way, I can say that if I need to artificially amplify the available light, I need to depend upon ISO. So ISO can be defined as the sensitivity of the image sensor. In this video, we are going to discuss on ISO. Before we start my video, those who are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you don't miss my future videos. Please do like and share my videos. Don't forget to visit my Insta handle Smruti Ranjan _photography where you will really find some cool wildlife photographs. So without losing much time, let's get started. Remember the old days when we were using film camera. We would choose different films of different numbers. Those numbers are defined as ISO. Every time I want to change ISO, I need to change the films. In the present digital era where everything has become so easy and so handy, with by changing a particular setting, I will be able to change the ISO in my digital camera. ISO plays a major role in photography because it defines the quality of the image. ISO is nothing but the sensitivity of the image sensor. Higher the ISO, it is more sensitive to the light, and lower the ISO, it is least sensitive towards the light. So let me explain you by taking this example. To ease your understanding, let me take this picture to explain. From left to right, you can see the ISO value is increasing, implies the sensitivity of your image sensor is increasing from left to right. That means the rightmost image is under high ISO, resulting a brighter image, whereas the left one that is under a low ISO results in darker image. So how do you control your ISO? You can control the ISO by changing ISO f-stops in your camera. You can find f-stop numbers here in your camera screen. Let me show you. So let me show you how do I change my ISO in my camera. I have an Nikon camera in my hand where if you see this number displayed is ISO. So 160 is the set ISO now, and I have a dedicated ISO button, and in order to change the ISO, I need to press this button and rotate this dial. If I rotate the dial pressing the ISO button, my ISO is getting changed. Isn't it simple? Let's try to understand the full stops of ISO. These are the full stops of ISO. The smaller ISO stops are less sensitive than the larger ISO stops. Bigger the ISO number, more sensitive the image sensor towards the light. Big numbered ISO allows us to shoot under darker condition than the small one. Even though high ISO is very useful at low light condition, but there is a downside of it. The images in high ISO tends to be more grainy, less sharp, reduced color accuracy than the low ISO one. It's always recommended to keep low ISO values all times possible for a better image quality. Let me explain you with an example. These are 5 images of the same subject at different ISO values. The leftmost one was taken with ISO 200 and the next one was at ISO 640. You can see almost any difference between these two images. Now let's go to the subsequent images. Those were captured at ISO 2500, 6400 and 10,000. Now you can see the difference. The image towards high ISO has got the little pixelation, that's called noise. Now you can see the noise more clear in the picture taken at 6400 and 10,000 ISO. This means the bigger the ISO, you get more amplified light, but you lose the quality of the image. Let us take a look on the application of ISO based on the situations. Low ISO should be used whenever possible. Usually we use lower ISO whenever enough light is available. For example, at outdoor photography shoot or photography shoot with flash in studio. Also for photography with long exposure, when you use slow shutter speed with tripod support, you would get more light. Let's have a look when to use high ISO. We would use high ISO at low light conditions when you cannot use flash. Let's say in any concert or theater where flash are not allowed. Also, you would like to use high ISO when you want to capture your subject motion with high shutter speed. Few photographers want to use ISO purposefully to add grain to their images. Let us summarize what we have learned in this video. We have learned about ISO. ISO is the sensitivity of the image sensor towards the light. High ISO means it is more sensitive towards the light. Low ISO means it is least sensitive towards the light. When ISO is high, the image gets more noise and grainy. ISO is an important factor in photography because it decides the quality. With this, we have come to an end of this video. Hope you have enjoyed my video. Please use the comment box to write your questions or queries and I will answer them all. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned for my new videos. Till then, thank you.